What up, world? It's eternal. Ooh. See, I'm a real one. I actually post the bloopers. I'm walking on the sidewalk, and there's some uneven concrete. I'm walking on the sidewalk with Fred, and there's some uneven concrete on the ground. So I caught myself. So I'm a natural. I have good balance. So yeah, maybe the old me would not have gotten that far. But the new me, I catch myself a lot for real. I'm impressed, honestly. But yeah, I'm out here with Fred. We're out here chilling. What up, Fred? Yeah, sniffing out some grass. We're about to get on our walk and our trail. But yeah, I actually, honestly, I actually love doing these videos because it's it's a good start to people's day. Like all these years of my life, I have been just watching TV early in the day. Now this is our TV. Like we share our story, like we're the TV, you know, channel, whatever, subscriber. And no, it's not it's not none of this commercial stuff. This is real life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different agenda behind the televisions. Like shout out to Infinite Waters Ralph Smart on that education. Like he says it's tell live vision. Like I understand what he's saying. For real. He woke me up on a lot of stuff. He's helped me out with a whole lot. And basically it makes sense because TV, they're paid actors reading scripts. It's cool and all, like they have a different, a specific story they're sharing. At the same time, like it's not real, it's scripted. It's actors, you know what I'm saying? That's all right. They did their work on that. But I'm just saying how much more amazing is it when it's like someone just opening up from their heart and soul, like I am, off of one take. That's why Infinite Waters and Eternal Authenticity are some of the realest channels out there, because we're just doing it in one take, and we're left-handed too. Not knocking anybody else. I'm just, giving us some shout outs because that's been one of my most helpful mentors. Him, Mike Rashid, Dr. Sabi, you know, even the one, the elder mentor who I'm walking his dog right now. He's also a mentor. Michas, Michael, some other people out there. Like I got mentors. I got bros, I'm always every day I'm a student and a master, you know. That's how generational wealth that's how generational wealth and generational wisdom gets passed. Is when you just passing the wisdom, like how they spread the wisdom to me is the same way how I'm spreading the wisdom to the younger people and people who ain't as, you know, plant-based woke, whatever you want to call it. Like that's how it's supposed to work. The older generation is supposed to pass down the truth to the younger generation, and it just goes on in a cycle. A 30-year-old passes information down to a 20-year-old, and a 20-year-old passes information down to a 10-year-old, and a 10-year-old passes down information to a 5-year-old, stuff like that. And it doesn't have to be just like that. Obviously, anybody can share information, and it can help out anybody. I can share information. I'm in my early 20s, and it can still help out someone in their 70s or 80s. Maybe they never even knew about some of this health and wellness stuff. And then they stumbled across me because I'm a little bit different, and I'm healthy, and I'm free, and everything. But yeah, hit me up. I have consultations I'm offering consultations, 1 hour consultations of, my time to help you out for real with just your wellness, your well-being, everything. Like I will help out with it's like not even like a scripted list or anything. It's just like you're going to open up to me about what all you want to improve in your life, health-wise, wellness-wise, whatever. That's what I'm here to do, and it's going to help out everything else. It's not no It's not no scam. It's not no gimmick. It's not no, pyramid thing, pyramid scheme. Nah, it's none of that. It's as simple as, I'm doing $60 an hour consultations. So I can consult you with your health and wellness. You tell me what's up, what's going on in your life, and I'm going to provide so much information and guidance that's helped me to improve my health and reverse so many sicknesses and diseases within me up to now. That's basically what I'm going for. That's what I'm offering. And the list is infinite. The list is eternal, to be honest with y'all. Like, we're only getting started with these ideas. For real. That's why walking a dog is like doing a yo-yo. You know how you playing with the yo-yo? You just playing around, you just chilling. You're brainstorming. You know what I'm saying? Like a yo-yo, nobody's really gonna be like so obsessed over a yo-yo. It's cool. It's just like that's what walking the dog first in the day helps out. You help get out into nature, get out into the sun, breathe in fresh air, and you're able to brainstorm. You know what I'm saying? When we first wake up, that's when we're in the alpha state, alpha brainwave state. You know what I mean? We wake up, guys, we're supposed to have healthy, blood flow. Ladies, too, we're supposed to have bowel movements and, using the restroom when we first wake up. To get the day started, our mind's right. We're supposed to have slept and rested overnight, drank plenty of fluids so that we're hydrated, take care of ourselves. And that's how it's supposed to be. And when we're in the alpha brainwave state, which is like first thing of the day, you notice it because we have the most energy. Even people going to matrix jobs who do coffee and stuff like that, like even them, everybody is supposed to wake up in the alpha brainwave. And it may come off as in different ways, different expressions, based on people's health and well-being. But it's like, it's just the truth. Like we're supposed to rise with the sun. Like it's common sense, honestly. Like it's common sense. Just like our body gives off hormones whenever, come on, let's go, come on. Just like our body gives us hormones whenever the sun goes down, for us, it gives us hormones for us to get sleepy. So it's the same thing with the sun rising. Like we're waking up. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just common sense. So anyways, we're in the alpha brainwave state, frequency, state of mind, whatever you want to call it. And that's that. That's when we're healthy, creative, all this stuff. So, anyways, I'm pushing the tempo, pushing the pace, just sharing. I'm a whole lot more than just a dog walker. I'm I can go on for eternal. I can go on for eternity for how many great embodiments I am. You know, I'm an Aries, so therefore I represent the I am the most in the zodiac. I'm the head of the zodiac. I'm the baby, the infant of the zodiac. Stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know it all. I'm just saying, like, what's been resonating and what's been apparent and true, honestly. Anyways, like, that's what I'm about, though. Like, it's that simple. We're all worthy to have, a business model and to pursue our dreams or plan or whatever. So that's what I'm doing, honestly. Like, it's supposed to be that simple. I've been doing it in the work, exercising, working, doing services, working at jobs, volunteering, animal care, going vegan, cleaning up the environment, like fasting, juicing, all this stuff. Organize, like putting out a business and stuff for the animals. Like, I'm talking about a whole lot, like just to care for them. Like, I've been doing a whole lot of stuff. And mainly, like, the biggest thing I'm proud of is just my overall health and well being, the investments I've been making. You know how hard it is? Like, most people, they just you know, want to go to a matrix job. They're not happy and they're just stuffing their face with a bunch of junk food, lying to themselves. And then, they spend it on just junk or whatever. And then they're just saving and saving and saving. They're scared to invest in their own health, which I don't ever understand. That never made sense to me. Like, I've always been different with who I am. And it's funny how whenever I started growing and whatnot, like, I started to realize, hey, this makes sense. Some people are so addicted, more focused on their business about selling stuff that they're not even healthy. The same people who are trying to, you know, like try to sell you some products, they're not even into it. They're smoking cigarettes, they're drinking alcohol, they're chewing tobacco, they're eating processed meats and junk food, like they're not into all these different sea moss and, herbal supplements and minerals and, plant life and holistic health and wellness and, all that stuff. They don't care about that. They laugh at that. And that's what I'm saying. This matrix is kind of flip flopped because some people with the most talent, they don't even realize it because, I don't know, like some people, they have a fast paced life or whatever, and they overlook other people. And that's their own mistake, honestly. Thankfully for me, I picked up on what was going on. I'm in alignment. This stuff is written. This stuff is a purposeful thing ordained by the universe. And I truly stand for it, honestly. I feel like we're all, you know, in a celestial vehicle, a star vehicle. We're all made out of stardust. And we're all, uniquely comprised of energy, and like it is connected. It is way deeper beyond words what this whole life purpose and God and all this stuff is, and like I feel like some people, and that's why I bring it back to the food choice because come on, Fred. That's why I bring it down to the food choice because like I know it's an extreme difference within myself whenever I did go vegan because they say vegans we have the lowest risk for a heart attack, and yes, I understand you know we're supposed to take risks in life, but you're also supposed to use that with a light heart. You're still supposed to do what common sense is. So common sense is you're supposed to be want to pursue healthy as possible living. Come on, Fred, let's go, boy. Come on, let's go. Come on. Looking at the squirrels. Fred was getting distracted staring at the squirrels chase each other. I do that too sometimes. Like, well, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And like, it says vegans have the lowest chance of heart failure, heart disease, whatever, like the lowest. And then those vegetarians, it was like vegans were like 4% chance. And then like vegetarians might have been like 8 or 16%. But then it was like meat eaters were like 54%. Fish eaters were like 45%, something like that. It was like different stuff going on. Um, and like basically, what I notice is like it makes sense because guess what? Our body is our vehicle, and like that's the illusion, because that's what I have been stuck in overcoming for so long was this separation barriers that this world has us in. Like there's people on both. That's why I'm actually a free spirit. I'm a life path 5. A free spirit, entrepreneurial king, adventurous guy like Benjamin Franklin. He a life path 5, and he on $100 bill. Jay-Z's a life path 5, and him and Beyonce is very wealthy, billionaires. So I have that going for me. There's some other ones out there. I forgot. I did all this nerdy, you know, shadow work. Like on the beginning of my awakening, like before I went vegan, I was looking up celebrities, astrology, and numerology and all this stuff because I was like, I wonder if I have some similarities with some of them, that I've been inspired by or whatever. I don't know though. I'm just saying, hey, it's pretty cool to, this to have some type of add some type of meaning and uniqueness. I'm not saying this the be all and end all, but it is pretty cool when people relate with that and we can go somewhere with that. That's all I'm saying. Because people who don't want to give life meaning are honestly boring. And that's what I'm talking about. The world is flip flop because it's those same people with all the talent in the world within them. They don't even see it, like, and they don't want to do the work and they give up, you know. But then those of us who may be a lot more passionate, like I am, we're like the Rocky Balboa, like the lefty, you know what I'm saying? The different one. And when we win, we're like the hero and like, it's so courageous. Whereas, like someone who isn't as passionate, but they have all this talent and their mindset, their attitude is ungrateful. Well, it's not as fun to see, like they're not in the game anymore, honestly. So the point I'm making is like a lot of people aren't in the game of life for real. Like for real, real talk. That's what going vegan helps you to wake up to realize because like it starts with the food. That's your fuel. Literally, that's your fuel. So if you're constantly putting milk and butter and poison and diesel and sticks and stones into a Lamborghini, it's not going to start up at all. It's not going to run at all. And if you do that for year after year after year after year, guess what? Your Lamborghini is going to be messed up. It's not going to start up anymore. So the point I'm making is it's like, you know, a lot of us are doing a lot of internal cleaning and healing and whatnot, and like that's why I was saying it's some deep stuff, this awakening, because many people who, you know, you may have all these programs of separation, you start waking up to see, hey, I am worthy. Hey, I am good enough. Hey, I'm worthy to attract the best love and life circumstances life has to offer. I came here to be a king, you know, and or a queen, ladies. And like the point I'm making is just like, you see what's up. You see what's up. Like the world is kind of flip flopped. And it's a blessing in disguise. So that's why I recommend going vegan because you see what's up. For real. It's a big stage. Just like I remember Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart, he was like, we got gorillas being flamingos and flamingos being gorillas. Like role reversals in this world. Honestly, it's all right. I'm not even mad because I'm aware of who I am and where I'm going. And that's why I'm grateful for YouTube because YouTube is like an independent lane. Like, I mean, it's how you use it, how you upload, how you produce on it. People got different circumstances. I'm just saying, like, how I found out about some of this plant-based, vegan community, independent plant-based community. That's the vibe I'm on. That's the frequency I'm on, the love frequency. There's a lot of contract stuff and, you know, political stuff and corporate stuff on here. That's none of my business, to be honest. I'm not in that world. There's that world. There's the sell your soul corporate world, boring world, you know, job world, consumer world, and then I found myself in a world that, you don't fit in really. You're like in the middle ground, you know, and that's where I'm at as an independent, not a Republican, not a Democrat, an independent. I'm not even into politics. I'm just talking about my mindset of things, Come on, let's go. Come on. My mindset of things, our mindset of things, authentic squad, you know, hence being original, hence being different, Some people have a whole bunch of other people's stuff on, you know what I mean? But me, I'm doing this all for me. You know what I'm saying? How many people like can really say your stuff is really coming from you? Barely few. Many people are doing many takes, many takes over and over again. Like, and that's all right. I'm just saying, like, life is only one take. That's the point I'm making. Life is only one take, okay? So, whatever. Might as well make it a smart one and a great one. So, that's what I'm doing, honestly. Just keeping it real. That's why I love when people send me these great loving messages because, like, you know, they pouring their heart out to me. And I'm doing the same through these YouTube videos. That's why I'm ready to get compensated very well from these videos for the long run. Literally, I'm cool with this. I will stay in character and continue to do this for the long run in a healthy, loving way because I actually genuinely love to do this. That's why I'm very conscious with my words on this channel, honestly. That's why I don't have any problems on here because I see what's up. I'm not taking it foolishly. I'm not taking it for granted at all. I see what's up. I'm aware it's multiple, you know, of diverse group of. Come on, Fred. Stop, boy. Stop. Man, you crossing over. Fred almost tripped me up. Excuse me. Um, yeah, there's all these noises out here, construction, people's cars and trucks backing up. That's my part of my purpose also is to hold things down. I'm a supervisor. I realized that too. When I was doing deliveries with DoorDash and stuff like that, I already had been doing this work on my health and wellness. And guess what? I might have been in some environments and restaurants where people were very in bad health, honestly, sick, overweight, obese, and like I'm in there, you know, it feels like one of those movie scenes, where like maybe it's Bruce Lee or something, and he's getting cornered in by maybe four bad guys or whatever, and he just knocks them all out. That's how it be feeling. That's how it feels like sometimes, Well, I don't even need no weapons or nothing. Like I'll take on the whole team. I'm not here to fight. I'm not here for war or anything. I'm just saying like sometimes that's how it felt. And I guess also on another note, that's how I've been losing my ego too, because I've been losing that whole thing of, you know, feeling like like I'm being cornered in or, like I need to defend or fight myself or anything like that. I'm just sharing that with y'all. But the point I'm making is I've been in environments where, like people are real sick and like I'm young, I'm youthful, I'm healthy, I'm awake. And like when I'm in there and things may be going real slow, very slow, very backed up, very delayed, very behind, unorganized, this and that. I'm in there like the head honcho. And shout out to Quavo, from the Migos. He's an Aries too. You know, it's true. We're the boss. We're the entrepreneurs. We're the head of the zodiac. That's just our role. You know what I'm saying? That's who we are. I'm not saying that's everything. I'm not saying I know it all about astrology. I'm coming in peace, okay? I just find it's cool how we can give life meaning and understand meaning and find meaning, to give us all a sense of uniqueness. That's all I'm saying, okay? So, yeah, supervising. That's the point I'm making. Supervising. Like, that's how I feel. That's what it is. I know it is. That's what they say rich people do. They supervise. It's true. Because you realize, like, the long term of stuff. Like, would you want